Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Hey, hey, hey. How you doing? How you doing? This is a jovial. Let me start over. This is supposed to be a jovial time of the year, and I think every year that I come on around this time, leading up to Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, I say the same thing. Even though you look outside your window, you look outside your door, and the situation is a little bit different. But what I'm asking is that maybe we can dig deep inside of us and still remember the things that were. And because that's what my shows are all about with the music, the memories, the good times. Maybe we can dig deep and try to push away some of the negative stuff and enjoy what we have. So I'd like to again say good evening to you and welcome to the King of Oldies show. This is my Facebook live show listen, I am so excited about this because every week you see a different guest here. And that guest is very happy because he or she is just like you and me, meaning that we're limited in our going places, doing things. So they're sitting home, and this is how these folks make their living. So now to be on air, talking to people in front of them, this is a good thing. So anyway, without going any further than that, I wish everybody well, and I'm going to do it again before we finish. But Mark, if you would bring in the Magnificent Seven, I think we've got a question here that is really worth talking about.
Okay, brother, they're on their way.
All right. Magnificent Seven, here they come. Here they come. There's one. There's two. They come on with such serious faces, don't they? There's three. There's four. All right. Who else we got? We got four in. Everybody readers unmute. Everybody's got to unmute. Unmute. Yeah, I told Rita to unmute. Sharon unmute. Rosie's doing cartwheels. I think she's stuck. There she is. She's in. Andrew unmute.
Hi.
There you go. Hey, baby doll. How you doing?
All right. How y'all doing?
We're hanging in there. Hey, Reed.
Hi. How are you?
I'm okay. What's Rosie doing? She doing cartwheels or what? What is she doing over there? Unmute, Rosie. Hey, Michelle. Unmute, Michelle. Unmute. Okay, there's
Ollie,
Michelle.
can you hear me?
There's Drew. I hear you, Drew. I hear you.
Okay.
Rosie still got to unmute.
Okay,
hey, Rose.
there you go.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Miss Tingle.
Yes, sweetheart. Mwah, mwah.
Listen,
Love
Oh,
you.
bless your
I
heart.
miss
do
you
we
there,
have to go
darling.
through this love fest every
Miss you
week?
there.
Oh, stop.
Listen, it's good to see you guys know that I'm playing. Good to see everybody. I haven't heard from Donna. She was sick last week, but I'm hoping that she's doing better. I haven't heard from her. And Hazel, haven't heard from her either. So let's get started.
Okay.
Our guest is here, but I want to talk to you about the question. Rosie had a question. Any questions that you have about the question that I put up or concerns, please call me. And the reason I say
call you, okay.
is because I don't want to give anybody else any.
Oh, okay, call you, okay.
You know what I mean? Call me.
Right, okay.
Now, the question was, I wanted you to name 3 groups out of 5 different categories. The categories were groups that named themselves after hats, after cars, after birds, after colors, and what was the other one?
Cities or states?
Yeah,
Or state.
yeah.
States.
No.
All right, so since I know Michelle is ready because she's laid back and relaxed, what you got for us, Michelle?
Not this time, because I talked to Rosie earlier and I decided to sit this one out and learn something.
Okay, all right. Rose, we're going to switch over to you. What you got, Rose?
Okay, now number 1 for the birds, I have the flamingos.
Come on.
Okay, the ravens. The ravens. The penguins, which had the 1953 hit Earth Angel.
Yes.
I have the black crows.
Only three.
Only three.
Okay. Okay.
So what's the next category?
Okay, next was city or states.
Okay.
I have Ohio players.
Very good.
Very good.
Okay. I have Chicago.
Very good. Very good.
Okay. I have the Georgia Florida line.
Okay.
And I had a couple more, but you only said 3.
Yeah, 3.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Go to the next category.
Then I have the group named after colors.
Okay.
Okay, so I have Blue Magic.
All right.
Okay, the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she
All
went
right.
rock and roll
Yes.
on us.
You
That's
did.
right.
What was the last one, Rosie?
And I say Pink Floyd.
Oh,
Okay.
Pink Floyd. Okay.
Pink Floyd.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Now for cars, I have the Cadillacs.
Come on.
Okay. I have the Fabulous Thunderbirds, and that was a group that started in 1974.
Okay.
I have the Mustangs.
Okay.
It was an English group formed in 2001.
Okay.
It's my three.
Okay.
Now the hat, now Al, you know me, I'm kind of stumped on the hat, so help me with this.
I
Okay.
think everybody was.
I'm
Hey,
kind of
Donna. Hey, baby.
stumped on the
Hey,
hat,
Donna.
but
She's
I
got
have,
on mute. Go ahead, Rose.
okay. And for the named after hats, I have a group called the Newsboys, and that was a hat they wore in the 1920s when the Newsboys had the little knickers and they had little hats on some of the newspapers. That hat was called the Newsboys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Gave us a
Yeah,
history
that's
lesson.
really going back. Great job, Rosie. Great
Rosie, you
job.
did good.
And then I have the beanies, okay, and you know the little beanies we wear?
Yes.
And that was a hat, and that was a group that was formed in Australia in 2016 called the Beanies.
Okay.
And that was it, Ali, because I got stuck on their last one, so I got stuck.
Okay. All right. So thank you all and good night.
All right.
Because she just did an awesome job.
Yes, she did. Hey, Donna, how you doing, baby?
Hey,
How you
Mark,
doing?
What's up,
Where's Jenny?
Huh?
Donna?
Let me
Yes,
in.
What'd you say there? Oh.
I forgot
What
she
you
was
got,
in there.
babe? What you
Sorry.
got?
Mark wouldn't let me in.
Rita, what you
Shame
got?
on you, Mark.
I have the Fleetwoods.
Sorry, Donna.
Okay, Fleetwood
Oh,
Cat.
wow.
I have the GTOs.
I
Go
could
on.
have one too.
Cars.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I have the Chevelles.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay.
For the birds, I have the flamingos,
Mhm.
God, I did this all wrong.
Dixie hummingbirds,
Very good.
Very
What's
good.
that one?
a flock of seagulls.
All
Okay.
right.
For colors,
Mm-hmm.
Harold Melvin's Blue Notes,
Okay.
Blue Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually.
Now, I did Peaches and Herb, but I don't know if, that's
That's a fruit.
acceptable. But
That's
I mean, the peach is a color.
The color? Okay.
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 I also,
Okay.
well, just in
Okay.
case you didn't accept Peaches and Herb, I had the average white band.
Good one.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
good.
Very
Very
good.
good.
For
Very
city
good.
and state, now, you probably say, the Tennessee Mad Lads.
Right.
I didn't do
I
this
will
right.
accept that.
That was
I
the
will accept
nickname,
that.
so
You'll accept that
I would
one?
accept
Okay.
that too.
Yeah, I will
Right.
accept that.
Chicago.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I had Phoenix. And just in case you didn't want the Mad Lads, I also had the Houston group.
The who?
Who?
They were like pop rock. They were all like pop rock.
Who did
What
you
would they
just
call the
say?
Houston group?
The Houston group.
The Houston group.
Okay.
Never heard
All
of
right.
it.
I never
I'm
heard.
unfamiliar with
They're
them.
a pop rock band.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. Very
And,
good.
And for
The hats.
hats,
For
I
hats.
had the Stetsons.
Okay.
I had the beanies. I think Rosie had that also, an Australian children's
Okay.
Right.
musical group.
Right. Yes.
And I
Uh-huh.
had the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had the Cowboys hats.
Right.
So I had the Cowboys.
No, go away.
Okay.
Okay.
I had the
Okay.
Stetsons too there. There
Well,
you
the
go.
Cowboys was a hat. You had the Cowboys hats, right?
Well,
Uh-huh.
no, it was a
It was a
Stetson
group.
hat. It wasn't a cow. It was
Stetsons.
Cowboys wore it, but it was a Stetson hat.
Stetson hat.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it was a Stetson hat.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you'll just meet me for detention. That's all. No problem.
All right.
No, well, they had hats called Scullies. So
Yes,
there
they
was a
did.
group called the Skulls.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Uh-huh.
And I see as you circle in the drain, you just grabbing anything that you can grab. Yes.
Yeah, she just was.
I mean, they reaching. They're reaching. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
That's right. That hat one was hard.
Okay.
Yes, it
Yeah, it
was.
was.
That's
Okay.
why I said the hats. That's why I asked
Okay.
Ari.
Yeah, that
Drew,
was
what you
hard.
got, Drew?
That was hard. That was
Andrew,
hard.
what you got?
Yes, sir. Well, Rita,
He done
I
got
had
all
the
of them.
the Rivieras for cars.
Okay.
Rivieras,
Good one.
the
Good one.
That was a
Stingrays,
good one.
the Eldorados.
Okay. Very
All
good.
right.
Mm.
My
Okay.
birds, the
Okay.
Orioles,
Good.
the Larks,
Right.
Good.
the Blackbirds.
Good.
Right.
Good. Very good.
Colors, Black Ivory.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody there, somebody, all right. Black Ivory, Simply Red, and last but not least, let's give a shout out to our man Smoke in the Ebonies.
Okay. All right. Good move.
Okay. Okay.
The hats. I got the turbans, the tams, and the crowns.
Very good.
Wow.
Man.
Very
Very
good.
good. Very
I'm
good.
gonna write that down. The turbans and
Okay,
hats and the crown.
city. The Manhattans,
Okay.
the Detroit Emeralds.
Okay.
They had the city and the color in the name.
Yeah.
And one of now these guys were they were one-hit wonders, but I still love that album. And Ollie knows what I'm talking about. The LA Boppers.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great job, man. Great job.
I
Great
think that's all
job.
of them, right?
Okay. Yeah. Great job. Donna, what you got? We're going to say the professor till last.
Yes.
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 Y'all gonna
Yes.
stop.
I'm glad I got mine.
Me too. Me too. Me
It's
too.
probably on her list too.
I'm about to get in detail because I guess I didn't fully understand, and I picked one from I didn't pick three of one.
Three from each.
Okay. All right. Well, just tell us what you got.
Okay, so I had the Manhattans,
Okay.
I had Chicago, I had the Cadillacs,
Okay.
I had the Flamingos,
Mhm.
I had the Dixie Hummingbirds,
Very good.
I had the Four Tops, but that wasn't.
Okay.
They
I
were the four tops, not the top hats.
right. And I had color. I had the Average White Band.
Okay.
Okay.
that was
So
good.
because
Okay.
it had white,
The color.
Okay.
No
the
doubt,
color.
Right.
no doubt.
and
That was a good one. That's a good one.
that was pretty. Because everything else I pick ain't working. So
Okay. All right. Now listen, before I go to the professor, and I'll say it again, if you guys got a question or concern about the question that's put up, call me. I'm
Okay,
glad
call
to
you.
explain it to
I
you.
thought I
Okay.
understood it.
Okay. Okay. No problem.
I was
no
like,
problem.
pick one, but you had to pick three of
So-
Yeah,
Right.
three
One
in each group.
Yeah.
Out of
Pick
each
three out of
group.
each category.
Listen,
Category.
that's a
all
lot
right,
of
babe.
homework.
You get a pass this week. You get a pass. All right. We'll move over to the professor now. Professor.
Yes.
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 Okay. Well, it looked like we all on the same page.
But that's fine. That's not. You
That's
don't
good.
have to
Well,
worry
we
about
stole
somebody else
some of
saying what
hers.
you did. That's all
We
right.
stole some of hers, huh?
Oh, just about all of them.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Tell us what you got.
Cars, I had the
Mhm.
Cadillacs, the Falcons, and the
Mhm.
Continental Four.
Like
Okay.
that. Like that.
I forgot
Like
about that one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
She threw a
For
curveball at us.
For birds, I had the Flamingos,
Mhm.
the Eagles,
Mhm.
and the
Okay.
Four Larks.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
For colors, Blue Magic,
Mhm.
Black Ivory, and the Average White Band.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
For hats, the turbans, the Five Crowns, and the Applejacks.
Wow. The Applejack.
I
Mhm.
Okay.
forgot about the Applejack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
serious.
Ooh. Ooh.
And for city and state, I had the Ohio Players,
Mhm.
Okay.
Chicago, and the Brooklyn Bridge.
Very good.
Mhm.
Very
Nice.
good.
Very good.
Very
Yeah.
good. Now you guys,
Professor.
let me say this before we bring our guests in. You guys think that I give you hard homework. How hard do you think it is for me to come up with these questions?
Right. Yes.
How hard do you
Yes.
think it is?
No problem interpreting that one.
I have to put the question out there that'll make you think about possibly our
Right.
guests, but not
Yeah.
give you too much information that
Right.
you can get it right off.
Okay.
Since I'm talking about that, everybody gave great answers. Some of the stuff you really dug into.
Mhm.
But as I said to you, there's no wrong answers
Right.
because it depends on how it feels to you.
Right.
Mark, at this time, would you kindly bring in our special guest, please?
Mark, what the heck?
This is. I just want to make sure I'm socially distant.
What was that?
Huh?
Oh my God.
What you in witness protection, man?
Oh my
COVID's
God.
hitting there. COVID's hitting.
What you in witness
Wait a minute,
protection or
don't stop
something?
from COVID.
You said we should wear a mask tonight, so I'm wearing a mask.
He on the beach, all covered up.
How about that? How about that?
Witness protection program.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
You can tell
I
me
thought he was in witness protection.
You never know what you're gonna see here. You never know what you're gonna see here.
Man,
No, you don't.
what in the world?
I'm
Or
gonna
either
bring
he's
Mr. Pratt.
acting like he's the invisible man all wrapped
Right.
Yeah, I
up.
was gonna say that.
Invisible
Yeah,
man.
yeah. How
I
about
was gonna
that?
say that, Rita. Invisible man. I was gonna say that.
Bye. All right, Ali, our special guest is ready to come in. I'm about to bring him into focus.
All right, sounds good.
I'm going to ask him to unmute. He's been sitting here laughing at you guys.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you guys give a nice round of applause for our special guest, who is one of the original members of Blue Magic, Mr. Richard Pratt.
Oh,
Give him a nice round of applause.
Oh wow!
How you doing?
Yes,
You all were great. Thank you so much for
Wow.
entertaining me.
great.
yes, sir. Yeah.
Great.
You know,
Rich, I'm surprised you're still sitting in the chair. You should be on the floor laughing at some of this stuff that
I
goes on.
was, believe me. I just crawled up on the chair once I got my cue. That was awesome. That was awesome.
So,
You
so,
mentioned
so
quite a few
Rich,
times.
we're glad to have you here.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
And
right.
you heard, I know you heard in the question, some of the members said Blue Magic, so that popped
Yes, we
right up
did.
in my
Here.
brain.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
That
Thank
keeps,
you so much. Thank you.
that keeps the
Thank
music
you.
alive, that keeps your
you.
name alive, that keeps
That's the hot.
the memory alive of what you guys
You
did
got me that one
in
too.
Philadelphia. Okay. Now,
Yeah, that's my
like I said,
hometown. That's right.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
Me, I
You
walk
guys, when you say
That would be perfect for you.
Yeah.
when you say the
Keep your
70s,
hair down.
sometimes when I'm on stage and I'm introducing the
Keep your
70s,
hair down.
I say, do you remember people like Earth, Wind, and Fire, Al Green, Blue Magic? I mention those because those are people, when you say 70s, you think of them right away.
Right.
Tell us some fond memories that you have, Rich, of performing anywhere in the 70s. Tell us some fond memories there, please.
Wow, that's a great
Got one of the
question.
Blue Magics on today.
Say that again.
You hear me?
She's talking to the dog.
Just
Okay.
Sorry.
So being
My thing keep going.
born and raised in North Philadelphia,
Okay.
in the neighborhood, going out to places like the Philippines was a very awesome experience.
Okay.
Going over to Europe was a like Germany and the different parts of Germany with Ike and Tina Turner. That was an awesome
Wow.
experience.
Okay.
Right.
Coming out of the neighborhood. I grew up at 20th and Poplar Street.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I got
Right
family
there,
in that
North
area.
Philadelphia, a couple of blocks from Fairmount Park and
Right.
a couple of blocks from in town.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
that's where we grew up at, and so to go to those kinds of places, and going out to California to do the Soul Train and things like that. Those for young people, young men like us, that was young black men. That was awesome.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Because we always loved music and we always enjoyed that, but to kind of live part of your dream. I mean, it's you don't realize until you get old like us or like me that it was a blessing.
That's a
Okay.
blessing. That's right.
Okay. Now, Rich, you and I have talked off mic and what have you. You are still, because of the pandemic, it has slowed everybody down and made some people almost stop, if you will.
Right.
So that's why you're not performing. You, being an original member of Blue Magic, you have the rights to use the name Blue Magic when you formulate and travel around with your group. Am I correct on that?
That's correct.
Okay.
We all have left that open for each other.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
And we don't contest each other with that.
Okay.
Thank
And
Fantastic.
it's our life.
It is a good thing.
livelihood.
It is a good thing. Now, I think the last time we talked, Rich, it's been a little while, but there was a big talk about reformulating the group and putting everything back together and you guys performing. Is that, I mean, because of the pandemic, has that been put on the back burner? Is that still questionable? Is that a talk that could possibly pick up or what?
Well, let's say that I would say it's still on the back burner.
Okay.
But you know, you have to realize too that we're talking 50 years later.
Right. Right.
And thank God that all of us
That's
are
right.
healthy.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
Still here.
Amen.
So, you know, that would be a wonderful thing to do. But as we were doing those talks is when the pandemic, you know,
Right.
came in.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Thing.
Right.
So
Right.
where
Okay.
that's going to stand at now, I really don't know.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You know, but you know, we're very encouraged with it because we'd like to do a little something,
Right.
you know, with the five of us.
Okay.
Originals.
Okay.
You know, if we could in some places.
Okay. Okay.
But that's the work that's still in progress.
Okay.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
you said because it was like 50 years plus or whatever. Are you saying that because you can't do those flip moves and jump around the stage like you used to?
No, he's gonna go there,
Well,
right, Rich?
Well, I might as well be honest with you. I can't flip as fast as I used to.
But you
Hey,
still
I
flip.
can flip.
But you still can
All
flip.
right.
You
All
still
right.
can flip.
All right.
That's right.
All right.
You still can flip.
Yeah, but I
Rich,
can still flip.
I'm gonna open up to the panel and ask everybody if they have a question for you.
Sure.
And again, let me restate this again. Richard Pratt is one of the original members of Blue Magic. He was actually the bass, if you will, the bass.
Which there was
bass.
no bass in Blue
I
Magic.
know.
I had the lower voice,
part,
you know,
yeah.
through the years.
Right.
Through the years that always haunted me, you know. And I would say, I don't have a bass.
Right.
But I was the lowest register
Okay. Gotcha.
in our high harmony.
Okay. Yeah. What? You got a question for Richard?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Michelle, go ahead.
I don't know if you mentioned it now, but how did y'all come up with the word, the group name Blue Magic?
I was gonna say that. I was gonna ask that. Mm-hmm.
Well, we were, you know, with Ted's voice and it's all mystical and all of that, and you know, romance and that kind of thing. We were thinking something magical.
Okay.
You know, because the way that we all came together but we didn't want to say black magic.
Right. Right.
But that's where we were going.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, but we knew that was going to be too racial.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
Can I get a phone call right now?
The bass player.
So let me stop this.
Okay.
That must be Martha Reed.
So anyway, the way we did that was we couldn't use black magic.
Right.
Because at the time we're talking 72,
Too sensitive.
71. It was a little bit, you know, racist and radical at the time.
Radical, right. Mm-hmm.
You know, so we figured to soften that, we went with the clouds blue, you know.
Okay.
The water is blue.
Water's right.
You know, and like that nice Mark had a nice island picture. You know. It was more calming to the spirit, you know, more calming to the spirit. So we chose that name.
That's a good name.
And folks, accepted it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Turned out to be a good choice.
Okay.
Highly
Yeah, well, it
successful.
turned out to be a good choice. And you guys followed suit with the color combination too.
I was right.
Yeah, well, you know, there's something about blue, whether it's a navy blue, a royal blue, you know, a sky blue. Those are just
pretty much a universal color.
Yeah, universal. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Did I answer your question?
Okay.
Yes, it
All
did.
right. Thank you, Michelle. Great question. Donna, you got a question for him?
Yes. So how did the group come together? How did you guys?
That's another question of mine.
Okay, the way we met, let me see. How can I explain this? Myself and one of the other members, we grew up and four of us lived in the same neighborhood.
Okay.
And two of us went from kindergarten to 6th grade and then rejoined from 9th grade or 10th grade to high school. So we went to elementary school, skipped junior high because I got
Right.
to an all white school.
Okay.
They integrated and bust us out to, and I didn't understand why I had to go, and then we were united in high school.
Okay.
Two of the other members did the same thing.
Okay.
Except for they just went from kindergarten to 6th grade, and then one went to one junior high school, the other went to another junior high school, and one went to, you all familiar with Dobbins?
Yes.
One of the gentlemen went to Dobbins. Myself, Vernon, and Wendell went to Ben Franklin.
Okay.
Okay, that's my brother's.
And Ted went to I think it's West.
Okay.
West Philadelphia.
West Philadelphia.
West Philadelphia High. Mhm.
So he was the one that didn't grow up with us.
Okay.
Ted. And Ted
He's
had
from
another
West
group.
Philly.
Right. Ted had another group.
Topics.
Steve, I'm on the phone. Hang on.
Topics.
And what happened was Ted had a group called the Topics.
Yes.
And we had a group called the Shades of Love.
Right.
Wow.
And
Shades.
we were signed with the same management company. Ted's group were older gentlemen, and they didn't want to travel. They were fixed in their jobs, and they had families and stuff. And we were young. We were 20, 21, 22. So we was ready.
Okay.
We were ready to jump out there and run,
Right.
And so the combination went well. They made the agreements and with the contracts and things.
Okay.
So they merged Ted with our group.
Okay.
The
Fantastic.
Shades of Love, and then that's when we both changed our names.
Okay.
And came up with the
Fantastic.
name of group.
Does that
Okay.
answer your
So
question,
we all
Donna?
pardon me?
And I was asking Donna if that answered her question.
Yes, and listening to your story, it almost like it's fast forward 20, 30 years, and it sounds like New Edition. How they grew up and how that group came together.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
Right.
sounds similar. The story
Right.
sounds similar.
Okay.
Their manager at the time was Brooke Payne.
Yes.
Okay.
And we just found out when we did the Unsung that he built them in our honor. After
Wow. Okay. Wow.
That's
If you
awesome.
watch, if you watch, that's right.
If you watch, it's right. Unsung.
Boys to Men and the different ones, and
Right.
we had no knowledge of that because our idols, were of course with the Temptations,
Right.
and then the Delphonics were coming in, the Spinners were coming in, so they had the different flavors, which we combined different styles, and it was very rewarding to hear that that New Edition kind of modeled themselves after us.
Right.
Just took it to the
Okay.
next
If you
level.
ever watch the show, the movie made about them, that is actually mentioned where he is teaching them, and they talk about Blue Magic.
Right.
That is in there.
Oh, really?
Right.
That was one of the nicest things that, because see, when you're traveling and you're doing your thing, you're working and you're traveling from here to there and you're doing your things, you don't realize what the world is doing.
That's right. That's right. Who's watching you or looking? That's right.
Yeah, you really don't, because you're so engulfed in
What you're
trying
doing.
to project, whatever
Right.
Right.
thought or image or
Okay.
style.
That's
that
right.
You don't pay attention to what's happening.
Right.
around the world.
Right.
You get a glimpse here, a glimpse there.
Right.
But you really have no idea who you're enjoying.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Good question, Donna. Good question. Rosie, what you got for us, babe?
Yeah, well, they took my first two questions, but now I'm asking you, sir, do you have a particular favorite Blue Magic record and why? And I'm going to tell you mine is Spell, because I put a spell on someone off of your record.
I hear you.
A young man had a spell on
You
him.
put a spell on who?
I put a spell on him off of their record. I put a spell
On
on
me?
that man, okay? You.
Well, I love the answer. I can't answer
You
that.
bad, Rosie.
I'm
You know,
sorry.
I
You said,
can't answer that with one song because you know we're
right.
a group, you know, talking to you know
They can
couples.
sing.
Okay.
Right.
So you know, spell, you know, what's come over me, you
Yes.
know, teach me,
Yes.
Yes.
you
Yes.
know that sideshow.
Yes.
I mean, you know,
So many different ways.
three
Ooh,
rings.
yes.
There's a whole
Yes.
bunch of
Yes.
things.
So, yeah.
But one
Yes.
of one of the
Yes.
ones I also like is "Love Has Found Its Way to Me."
Come on in.
Okay.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Come on
so,
in.
but there's just we just
There's so
were
many, yes.
blessed having a great lead voice in Ted
Yes.
Wills,
Yes.
and you know, our producers were in the Gamblin' Huff family,
Right.
you know, and so we had a great array of music and songs, and which is so amazing to me now that I'm out and had time to really reflect, is that the music is timeless.
Yes, right.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
Again,
Yes,
like
it
we were
is.
saying before, you know, running around doing what I was doing, I had no idea,
That was
Okay.
gonna be. That's right.
you know,
That's
that
right.
it was timeless, and which is just a gift.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You
It's a
know,
That's
good
right.
thing.
Yes, it
That's
is.
a good
so
thing.
that's just one of
Great
those
question,
gifts
Rosie.
from God.
Great question. Rita,
And I
what you
want
got,
to
babe?
and I want to see me. I want to tell him he looks beautiful in that blue too. You look good in that. Look at that in that blue.
So y'all got
Presenting.
That blue.
Well, thank you.
I like that blue. I like that blue.
y'all got my husband in here singing "Spell" on my mind. I guess I'm gonna hear that all night.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Hey, there you go.
Get mad at him. Now I can't
Yeah.
get mad at him
That's
now.
right. That's right.
That's right.
If
Don't
you
Rita,
do
put,
that.
hey, if you
Rita,
put
what you got?
that on your mind, you're doing the right thing.
There you go.
Hey,
So,
I got that.
there you go. Rita, what you got,
Yes,
babe?
you are.
He's talking, Roger.
I just have a question. How many sets of Blue Magics are there?
Right
Is it
now,
just the two? Yes.
no. I'm the guy who came later. See, my quick short story is, I was with Blue Magic with all of our greatest hits and stuff. So I think I was there for about 12 years. So all of our first music,
Right.
and then we started making bad ideas and stuff. So bad decisions. So I decided I'd leave and I just dropped out of it and went and just worked in a sawmill and then wound up in a steel mill and a printing shop. And so I just stopped and got back into the real world
Okay.
out of music before I
Okay.
lost my mind,
Okay.
you know, and which was a blessing, which gave me a chance to spend time with my wife and children. I've been
Right.
married for 35 years.
Wow. Congratulations.
While I was with
Nice.
Magic, I was married, but that just destroyed my marriage.
Wow.
So, it gave me time to really become a
Reflect.
human being.
Okay.
And as I was telling Ali, and that time, I wanted to do some of my own ideas and music, and so I did an R&B CD. I did a Christmas CD.
Right.
Did a gospel CD.
Okay.
So after I left Magic, the time I had left Magic, I went, of course, to gospel.
Okay.
You know? And as a matter of fact, for about 5 years, I didn't listen to no music.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I love music so much, I couldn't listen to music and try to learn another job.
Right. Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
And
Right.
the money
Gotcha.
change was incredible.
Right. Oh yeah.
But mentally, I wanted to do something different.
Right.
And, so I had two children in my marriage, and 35 years later, we're still married.
Cool.
Very good.
Good thing,
And
man.
everything is
You,
Congratulations.
sir.
And
Congratulations.
had I not stopped, I probably would have been dead
Okay.
or on drugs,
Yeah.
destroyed. And so I thank God for that.
Okay.
And in that, it just made me see things a whole lot
Yes, different perspective.
different, you know. And so after 5 years, then my wife had got me into church. She told a friend of ours, we were going to church, and told a friend, one of my friends, he sings. Why don't you get him into the choir?
Mm-hmm.
You know, behind my back, you know,
Okay.
because I stayed away from music because it was my weakness.
Okay.
But thereafter, I joined the choir, and not too long after that, maybe a couple of years after that, I formed a gospel. We had 6 guys.
Okay.
I don't know what number that is.
Yeah.
About a quartet.
I got you. A quartet
Anyway.
plus 2. I got
Yeah. And we
There
just
you
had a
go.
wonderful time. And those were some of the happiest years in my life. And I sang gospel with this group for 23 years.
Okay.
Wow.
And the reason I came back to magic, I want to answer your question about the magic, is I wanted to get my gospel group involved in music outside of just North Carolina.
Okay.
And what happened was that I had no people that I knew of, no promoters, no producers in the gospel field, but I knew so many in the R&B field.
Right.
And believe it or not, God sent an angel to me and told me the only way you're gonna do that is you have to resurface as Blue Magic.
Okay.
Wow.
So I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. And then I decided that I would do that. So I got with the original guys and we all talked and everything and we tried to put it together. But then something didn't work out right. So I decided I would just do my Blue Magic.
Okay.
So to answer to your question, 2 of the members have a set of Blue Magic. One of the other members has a Blue Magic.
Right.
And now Richard Pratt has his Blue Magic.
All right, you
And
win the
Ted
original.
sings his solos.
Right. Ted's
And
just doing his own
sometimes
thing.
sometimes all original get together
Right.
and do it and sing.
Okay.
So we've got 4 or 5 lives.
Right.
Okay.
Out there promoting that music. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
We got two more of the panels here. Professor, would you have a question?
Well, a question and a statement. The question is, after COVID is over, do you think you guys will tour?
That's a good question. I'd like to say yes.
We'll see how this is.
We'll just see how that goes. You know,
Right,
even,
right.
Even though I disagreed with some of the things that were going on, we're still talking and things. And I would like to do that before God forbids we're split up through a death or something.
Right.
That's just one
Bend down a little bit.
Yeah.
Dip my
just a
water.
couple of times or so. But other than that, you know, I'm happy with just, you know, laying low and supporting the Blue Magic sound. But I think that will happen.
Blue Magic.
Okay.
Well, right after Unsung.
Yeah.
But with the pandemic coming and it kind of caught everything and just slowed everything down.
Right.
Right. Good question. I'd like to do that.
Okay. And I'm a North Philly girl too.
All right.
I'm from 17th and York.
So well, you're right up the street.
Right down the street.
Right down the street.
I went to M. Hall Stanton. Your mom was the librarian there.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Now that's
and my mother's, and she's 93.
God bless.
Wow.
And she's
God bless her. Bless her.
That's great. That's great.
I'm going to mention this. I'm going to mention this to my 6th grade teacher. She and I still talk.
That's all right.
So I will let her know that. Because we often talk about those.
Still living and still.
Wow, that's wonderful. 93.
That's a good thing.
That is
Good
great.
Good question, Sharon. Good question.
Yeah, thank
Drew,
you.
last member. Come on in, Drew. What you got?
Yes, sir. First of all, let me thank you, Mr. Pratt, for joining our podcast, man. It's a blessing having you. Thank you for sharing some of your music history, man. You guys are legend. Question I have, my particular favorite song from you guys is Teach Me How to Love.
Come on in.
I love that song.
Yes.
But Mr. Pratt, I need you to help me to settle a bet. After Ted Mills sings his part, who is the other guy singing the rest of the lead on that song? Is that you or one of the
is that
Wendell Laverne?
Ted sings. He sings a second tenor and then he sings a high tenor. If it's a baritone,
yes, like a baritone.
Wendell.
God is towards the end of the song. Who's singing that?
Wendell.
Is that you or
that's Wendell?
Wendell.
That's who?
Wendell.
Okay.
Wendell Sawyer, one of the brothers.
Wendell Sawyer.
Right. Wendell.
Yeah, but we all had that. We all could do those lower voices.
Okay.
Like in my group,
Okay.
I do all those voices.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then, but in
Great.
the actual group, Wendell did that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Great
thank
question.
you.
Great question, Drew.
Yes, it
My
was.
favorite,
That's cool,
I love Teach Me. I love Teach Me.
Yes,
My
that's
favorite-
right.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the one I
This
said.
is-
Teach me how to
This
love.
is
Yeah.
somewhat of a different version, and I've sort of made this promise to my audience. When they hear me play the song, What's Come Over Me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm only playing the version with Margie
The
Joseph.
long version.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, and that's something that
Absolutely.
the other guys don't have. I have a young lady who sings in my group.
Okay.
So I don't have, she just comes to sing What's Come Over Me.
Okay.
She's not in the group.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and this is one of the, I don't know if you can see that, but that's one
Yes, so it is.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
All
Wow,
right.
that's
Wow.
nice, nice.
That's nice.
That is
That's
nice.
nice.
so and then of course you guys remember this is the original guys.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
that's see that little
Nice.
thin guy on the far end.
I see you, bro. I see you.
But
Okay.
yeah, we do that song, and that's an awesome song.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I love it by Margie Joseph. I don't play the
Yes.
one by Blue Magic just by itself. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I just love the one with.
Say you shouldn't tell me that, right?
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Margie's part adds so much flavor to it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It really does.
it adds the human side. It adds
Yes,
that,
it does.
you know,
Yes, it does.
Yes.
depth
Yes, it
to
does.
the song. You know.
Yes, it does.
She brings it out.
Yes, she
So
does.
pretty,
Yes, she
honey.
does. Well, Rich, I want to say to you once again, I know that I can speak on behalf of everybody. We're so happy that you're here and
Yes.
happy that you spent
Look
this
at
time with
everything.
us. We want to now
Yes.
look at the video and go back and remember some of the positive things. Mark, if you're ready for the video, we are too.
All right, here we go.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank
No,
you.
Thank
And I
you.
need to know your names. I want to tell my mother I saw somebody.
We're gonna come back
Yes,
before we
Sharon.
go off.
Sharon.
Okay.
Let me just add.
Professor Sharon.
We got.
All
job,
right,
Mark.
all right,
Mark.
all right.
Great memory. Great memory.
Now that's when stepping was stepping.
Yes.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. We're getting close to time now. Rich, let me just ask you a closing question, if I could, and then I'm going to have everybody introduce themselves before you leave. Looking at that video that you saw, how do you feel in your heart now, looking at that, knowing what it means to people like us and the other people on Facebook that are listening?
It's a good question. First of all, now I'm looking at it the way you look at it. You know,
Okay.
because I'm not in that world and I'm not thinking
In
like
it, right?
So
Okay.
now that's one side of it. Now the other side of it was I see how privileged our team was to be a part and to do what we did, and how
Okay.
synchronized we
Right.
were,
Okay.
and how we flowed as one, even though we were five.
Okay.
You know, and to do that, you have to really, you have to be humble. You have
Right.
to really be and believe in each other and what you do. So looking back on that, when I think I haven't accomplished too much of anything, as far as I'm talking,
Right.
and when I see some of the cuts and some of the footage and some of the things that we did do, I'm very happy. I'm very wonderful, blessed. You know,
That's right, blessed. That's right.
Yep,
part of something
exactly.
that was good. You know,
It's a
but when
blessing.
you're in it, you have no idea.
Right. Right.
That's right.
All right.
I see it both
We're
ways
running.
now. You know,
That's good. Thank you, my brother. We're
Just
running
humble.
close on time. Rita, would you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Rita Allen,
My pleasure.
and it's nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
Michelle,
I'm Michelle. It's a pleasure.
My pleasure, Michelle.
Rosie,
Thank you, sir, and I bless you there. And I go to church and at 9th and Diamond, so I'm North Philadelphia by church, okay?
Okay.
All right. Yes,
I know
sir.
where you're at.
Drew,
All right.
And I plan to come to
Blue
Philly
Williams,
to the
bona
show
fide Blue Magic fan. Thank you for your contribution, sir.
and go to church.
Pleasure
Thank
meeting
you,
you.
sir. My pleasure.
Okay, Ninth and Diamond, yes.
Donna, you got mute. You're on
He's
mute, baby.
muted.
You're on mute. Mark, she's on
Mark,
mute.
Mark, I don't know what's going on with Mark. Mark, I don't know.
Mark is in Bermuda. Don't get mad at him. He's in Bermuda.
That's right.
Dressed as the Invisible Man.
Well,
Mr.
witness
Pratt,
protection.
Mr. Pratt,
Rich,
my
you
name
know,
is Donna Fisher, and it was such a pleasure to meet you.
My pleasure, Donna. My
Same here.
pleasure. Thank
and
you.
of course, our leading professor.
Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna tell my mother that I spoke to someone
Yeah.
who remembers her.
Yeah, back then
And-
it was
and-
Sharon Barnes.
So in other words, Sharon, right?
Yes, and the last name was Barnes then.
Barnes. Okay, and
Yeah.
you were one of the students that came through the library.
Yes,
That's something.
yes. And the teacher that I'm going to mention to is Joyce Williams.
Joyce Williams. Okay.
Joyce
And
Williams.
of course, the
Sharon
gentleman
Barnes.
behind the scenes who is 1 minute in Hawaii, the next minute at the Golden Gate Bridge, the next minute I don't know where he is. My partner, Mark Abrams.
Yeah, all right.
Much love, Mark.
Hey, look,
Thank you,
everybody.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure, yeah, we got a couple seconds left.
All right, but look, no, just very quick. I just want to let you all know again, thank you. You made me feel very at home, very, very,
Thank you.
I wasn't jittery or anything. I was really calm. I loved your answers to those 7 questions. You know, that taught me some things.
Okay.
And I hope to come to Philly soon with either the original or my group. And I'll be in touch with Allie about it. And
Right.
I just
Come
hope
on the
that
show.
we can all get to meet and I can shake your hands or give you a hug or something.
Yes, yes.
Be fantastic.
And that you continue to enjoy the Blue Magic music.
You got
Yes.
it. You got
And
it.
we thank you again.
No doubt
Thank
about
you
it.
And I'll
again.
come to church still.
Yes,
Absolutely.
okay. Ninth and Diamond.
Before we part, I want to let you know something. I had a major catastrophe here in the house, and Richard already knows it. My water heater blew up.
Oh
And
my
so
gosh.
my office got completely soaked. My records are soaked, whatever. So in other words,
Oh,
you know,
man.
when we go out of here, the show would be dedicated
Yes.
to Blue Magic. Well, this
Right.
one isn't. I had to reach back and get another one, and they put it together. But I told Rich that when we do the Blue Magic show, I'll call him and let him know. So I'm just
Yes.
letting you guys know, so you know you won't hear the Blue Magic music tonight. Hey,
Wow.
listen, it's something that happened. Second
Yeah.
of all,
That's right.
these things do happen. Second
Yes,
of
they
all,
do.
And
Rich, on
insurance.
yeah, we got that covered. Rich, on behalf of everybody here, we want to thank you. We want
Thank
to
you,
wish you a
yes.
happy Thanksgiving and a happy holiday
Yes.
season.
Yes.
Yes, I'm
Holiday
say happy
My
Thanksgiving,
blessings
everyone.
to each one
Yes.
of you.
And
Have a
also,
holiday.
lastly, Rich did a gospel CD, which he told you, a R&B CD, and a what was it? What is it?
Christmas.
Christmas. He's going to send those to me. Once he sends it to me, then I'm going to start playing it for you guys to hear.
Oh, very good. Very
Okay.
good.
I hope
Yeah.
you. I hope you.
I
Yes.
love it. I love it. I love it.
You know, I also, I write. In fact, my gospel CD is something that I wrote all the selections on it.
Okay.
A couple of new Christmas songs that I wrote, and
Okay.
the R&B. So I'm just sharing me, and I just hope you all like it. You know.
We
I
will.
love
We
it.
will.
Okay.
We
Sure
will.
we will.
I'm sure we will.
Rich, again,
Yes.
thank you. Tell the wife we said happy, and I will
Yes.
talk to you soon, my brother. Everybody have a
Yes.
great weekend and be
Thank
safe.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Good holiday and a happy Thanksgiving and a safe
Happy
one.
Thanksgiving.
See ya.
Be safe. Be
See
safe.
ya.
Be safe.
Eat a lot of turkey.
All right.
Be sweetheart. See you.
Thank you, Allie.
All right, bro.
See
Take care.
you.
Thank
See
you,
you
Mark.
now.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Mark.